Hey, Vic.
Hey, Bob.
I'm gonna go to a wiener festival.
To what?
A wiener festival.
Don't say that.
You wanna go?
Oh, Bradley, I would love to go, but guess who's coming over at 3 o'clock?
Who's coming over at 3 o'clock?
Eleanor.
Who's Eleanor?
Grandbaby.
Grandbaby?
Eleanor. Hi, Eleanor, if you see this.
I see you're wearing your penguin shirt.
Yes.
Are you cold?
It's a little chilly right now. It's a little chilly right now, but not as cold as all the people living up north.
I guess if you're not gonna go with me, I guess
I would love to
go.
go, but you know, I have a grandbaby coming over here in an hour and a half.
All right, well, I'm not gonna be going long.
All right, well, bring me back a surprise.
All right, I'll bring you back a sausage.
A sausage.
I'll bring you back the perfect wiener.
Please shut up.
You know, it never gets old embarrassing her. I'll just say that. It just never gets old.
Well, hello friends, Coach Bob with you today, and today, man, have I got a treat for you. I am going, as you could hear from the intro, I am going to a little festival that's not too far from my home. It's at a place called Bradley's Country Store. Now, Bradley's Country Store is a little bitty place, I'm going to tell you, and but it's a mainstay here in Tallahassee. It's something that, yeah, she looked. Got her to look and make it sure. I had to give a little bit of a warning shot there. When you see people looking the other way like that, even though it's because they're looking at a car, you definitely don't want to trust the fact that they won't be pulling out in front of you. So if you have to risk being a little rude, even though I don't believe it's rude, to just kind of give it a doop, get their attention, it's a good thing. All right. But back on the topic of the Bradley's Country Store, but before we get going, if you would do me a favor, give the video a big old fat thumbs up. You know I'd appreciate it. Share it with your friends. Subscribe to the channel. I really would like to hit 14,000 subs by the time we get to the end of the year. I don't think it's going to happen. I'm way shy of it, like 900 below. But man, it would be nice to grow, wouldn't it? All right, enough of my belly aching. So Bradley's Country Store, let's talk a little bit about it. First off, this store started out milling grits, if I'm not mistaken, like in the early 1920s. So yes, 100 years ago. And I mean, it was just one of those local businesses, a farm, you know. Farmers would bring their corn and stuff, and on Saturdays they would make the cornmeal and the grits and all that stuff. And they just became that business that took care of all of that. Fast forward, they were making sausages and started selling to people, you know, kind of family thing, you know, family and other farmers. And they opened the big business. And since 1927, they have been Bradley's Country Store, selling grits and sausages and that sort of stuff, some different meats all over the world. I mean, they ship all over the world. And when you see this place, you're going to be like, they ship all over the world? Are you kidding me? But no, I'm not. They do ship all over the world, and their food is absolutely amazing. You know, Vic will get up every now and then on, I think it's Tuesday mornings, they have their BLT day, and they'll make the BLTs. They run out of the stuff to make the BLTs. If you're not there early, you ain't getting a BLT, I guarantee you that. Because the food is good. So they make sandwiches at their shop. They'll freshly butcher some things for you. They don't process things, I don't believe. You know, a lot of places around here, I don't know how it is up north, but a lot of the smaller places here will actually process meats for you. So if you shoot a deer or something, they'll make deer sausage and all that stuff. But Bradley's doesn't do all that. They just make their own stuff. But it's really, really good. So if you get a chance, you know, go to Bradley's Country Store and order you some sausage and enjoy it for the wintertime. And when you cook it up, you can think about me and Coach Vic, because we might be having a piece right there at the same time you are. Now, if you're asking me, do I get a kickback from Bradley's? Nope, not a penny. I just have been coming out here for years, and I love it. And anytime they have their little festival, I always try to get out here and pick up some things. They have vendors here and that sort of stuff. So a lot of that sort of thing where you have someone who makes bracelets or rings or candles or soaps. They always have little booths out here, and you always try to bring cash because a lot of them are just little families who do things for fun, make a little extra money on the side. It's always good to see what people are doing. People are so creative. It's outrageous, the things that they make. We really sell ourselves short when we start thinking about what we are capable of creating in our own space, man. It's really, really cool. So we'll be there. We're going to look at everything, check it all out. They should have a band playing there. They normally have a band there called Allie and the Cats. They're friends of mine. Went to church with them, played music with them a little bit here and there. Allie is the singer, and her husband Mike is like the band leader, kind of keeps the machine running. Super cool band. They play a lot of different kinds of music, and they always do a really good job. Several friends of mine have played guitar in that band as they kind of change from musician to musician. The core kind of stays the same with Mike and Allie, and they just do what they need to do to keep things running. And I can tell you, if you're a guitar player and you want to play, that's a place for you. But I also will tell you, if you don't want to play a lot, you don't want this gig, because those guys play a lot. They play a lot more than I would want to, that's for sure. But they love it and they're good at it. So hopefully they'll be out there. It'll be great to see them. We'll look around at the store, show you the old historic store. It's the same building that they had in 1927, the main store. It's pretty rickety looking, but they just keep it looking like that. It's really nice. Hardwood floors. Ain't a level board in the place. You know how, with rain and heat and all the things that have gone on over time, those old pine floors have flexed and bowed, and it's just outrageous how something like that can stand over 100 years. I often wonder, with the construction standards that we have today, if my house will be standing in 100 years. But I guarantee you this, in another 100, I'll bet you this old house is standing. And that's saying something, man. That's pretty cool. I love the old stuff like that, It's like cars. Cars are disposable now. I don't think that my Ram truck, which is a 2022 model, I don't think in 60 years it's going to be a collector, but there will be old trucks from the 70s that will be. I don't think you get into the 90s, you're not really seeing a lot of that, but the old stuff, man, the old stuff is super collectible. The old muscle cars, it's funny. But there's a lot of traffic out here. You can see this stretch of road when I ride it. There's normally nothing going on out here, so I'll bet you almost all these people are going out there. And it's late in the day. I kind of waited to let things thin out a little bit. But I don't think it's going to thin out much. Well, let's enjoy a beautiful ride and hang out together at the wonderful Bradley's Country Store and take part in all of the exciting festivities. Hoorah! Wow. All right, so you can see this is a big deal, man. This road right here, there normally is not a car on it. This is the road this is one of the roads that I ride on all the time, where you see me just talking under these canopies of oaks, and there's nothing out here. Well, that is certainly not the case today, is it? Wow. And again, this thing is over at 4 o'clock, and let's see what time it is right here. It is now 2 o'clock. So this thing's over in 2 hours. People are still showing up like this. So this thing, I'll bet you, I've seen the stage where they had like cloggers and stuff up on the stage. I know, cloggers, yes, cloggers. Where there, and I'll drop a picture like right here of it. Just thousands of people watching cloggers, man. It really is down home fun. Family friendly fun, and you can't really say that much nowadays. Family friendly just is not even a part of the vernacular anymore, is it? Wow. I may not be able to get in here. We'll ride it out. But I'll turn these cameras off. No need you sitting here and enduring the traffic. Still a lot of trees down from all the storms, you know. They're still cleaning them up. They've got most of them cleaned up, but there's still a bunch there. You see the big old trucks coming up and down this road all day, every day with, you know, riding away with stuff. My son, we cut down a tree in his yard, and the truck came by his house, and when they saw that we had a tree down, they're like, hey, we'll just haul it off, because they get paid by the load. And they're like, we'll just go ahead and haul that one off too, being the storm had damaged it. I'm like, great, that's awesome. We didn't even have to cut it up. We just dropped it. It was probably 70-foot tree. They cut it up, got the long arm out, put it in the truck for nothing. So we were grateful for that, man. These guys are out working, man. They're out working. They're doing it. That storm was something else, man. All right, well, we are almost there. See the police car up there? It's funny, I got a sheriff's department car 2 cars up, and then the Florida State Patrol there. People will get impatient. They will put themselves at risk on this road. This road here is something else. But just around this corner is the country store. This road right here, you could technically, I guess you could turn on that. There's a little field you could probably park in there. That's the retreat. They normally park over there as well. I'm not going to. They probably got that backside for exit only. But when you see how small this store is, you're going to be like, all these people for that little bitty store, for this little bitty thing. But an entire community rallies together. You know, I've got buddies of mine that grew up in Tallahassee. Now, I didn't grow up in Tallahassee, but I've been here since, let's see, 99. So I've been eating Bradley sausage for 25 years. These buddies of mine, they've been eating Bradley sausage their whole life. And you have old men who, you know, they will eat nothing but Bradley sausage. They come out here and they buy their stuff once a month, and that's what they eat. It's pretty cool. You know, having traditions is a good thing. You hear the fans on the old CanAm kicking in. So you know I've been sitting here a while. Check out the old highway patrol, man. They got the LEDs all over that thing now, don't they? Down low in the rocker panel and everything. That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. Beautiful house there, isn't it? Look at that. You know, and this road right here, like I said, is empty all year, but right now it's not. But you know, the nice gated driveway, the flag on the porch, man, and they've already got the wreaths up, man. Just beautiful. That's just beautiful. You can see back through over there on the other side of their property, there are a ton of cars out there. That's the field where they're parking everybody. But see, they've got all these ropes off to try to keep people from parking in their yard, killing all their grass. You know, that can be kind of ugly too. That is a beautiful place. A lot of acreage around that house. All right, you can see they've got the little hayride going right here for the kids coming up. That's fun. And that lake right there, that's I've been to several weddings and different events. You know, it's a place they rent out. You can see the little pond there. It's beautiful. They got all kinds of stuff for the kids set up over there to play. And again, they got the little tractor pulling the train cars. But you can see the thousands of cars over here. You know, years ago when we would come out here, this place, I mean, it was, you know, a few hundred people. You know, just 20 years ago, just be a few hundred people and a couple of booths, you know, a little face painting booth, you know, for the kids, that sort of stuff. And we'd bring our children out here when they were small. You know, now that small boy is now 30-year-old, you know, guy that works for Southern Nuclear, been in the Navy 9 years and has since gotten out and been working for Southern Nuclear a couple of years. I guess time does go by. You know, I become that old guy, and you know, the expectation is just way different. It's crazy how things can grow like this. You know, also after COVID, I think people are dying to get out. They just want to get out of the house on a beautiful day, and today it's probably 60, 65 degrees maybe, nice and cool, but not cold. You can see there's a little breeze. You see the Spanish moss up in the trees wiggling around. But yeah, this is awesome. All right, we are here. How you doing, buddy? That's another cool thing. You can see these front rows are all disabled. So they've got it set up to where if you are in a wheelchair like Coach Vic, even though it would be a real pain for her to navigate this grass, because it's hard, man, getting around in the wheelchair out here. But at least they try. At least they made an effort to put them up close. I don't know. Let's see what kind of space. Oh, yes. Look at that. That was made for me. Look at that. Look at that. Hopefully nobody hits me. All right, we are here. I hear the band playing a thriving rendition of Pretty Woman. Sounds more like the Van Halen version than the Roy Orbison version, that's for sure. Well, it's a shame you can't smell this sausage. It's awesome. This is the original building right up here. The line getting in here was pretty long earlier. Let's see what it looks like now. It's crazy that this much hoopla can be surrounding a little store like that's been around for 100 years. And now crossing the road, they've got the road blocked off here. These are the vendors of all the folks that make stuff at their home. A lot of talented people, just cool stuff. Selling iron skillets over here, very cool. One of the things I like to do at these festivals, you know, is always take a little bit of time to just find a nice spot and just chill. Let's hop on the Spyder, head on back to the house, see Coach Vic, and we'll chat on the way back. You know, from you guys watching on the other side of the pond, you want to know what America's like. It's not like what they show you on the news. This is what it's like. This is what we see day in and day out where I live. It's families, it's people getting together and hanging out, grilling out, spending time together, listening to good music. Probably the same thing you're doing. You know, so often we see our world through the lens of what the media tells us it is. That's just not what it is. It's just not. That's quite a step up right there. Make sure I don't bottom out here and get over here on the edge. There we go. All right. Well, that was well worth the trip out. That was just a beautiful ride over. Just wonderful. This guy's snapping at you because he can't get through. There you go. I'm a poet and didn't know it. So this is what Americana looks like. This is what it looks like. This is what it feels like. You know, I'm sure the big cities are not this slow paced, but you know, I talk to a lot of folks out there just hanging out. Talked to a couple of guys about starting a YouTube channel. The guy said he had chickens chasing him all the time, and he thought about just starting a YouTube channel. I said, man, if you had a good chicken chase video a couple of times a week, that you'd probably get 1 million followers with that, you know. These little novelty things that are a part of your life that are just kind of oddities, just never know, man. I told him, I said, go for it, brother. Get your camera and go. There's no right or wrong way. Just go do it. And I want to tell you, if you're thinking about starting a channel, you need to just do it. Just get out there and do it. Whether it's a Spyder channel, a motorcycle channel, a walking channel, fitness, advice, motivation, whatever it is. If it's just wanting to just share a video of what you do every day, show you getting up and hanging out in your backyard, that's enough. You just do what you want to do. You never know what's going to hit. I'm just going to tell you that. You know, I have what they call, I think they call it a micro channel. It's a micro channel. You know, they have these tiers, right? So if you Google it, you know, the tiers of YouTube channels. I'm down in the, not the very, very bottom, but I'm second from the very, very bottom. And I love what I do. I love making videos and going out and meeting people and hanging out. You know, someone will see the GoPro and ask you a question about YouTube, or hey, I think I've seen you before. Do I know you? I'm like, probably not. I probably just have a familiar face. But I do have a little channel, and I'll mention that and they do know me, and it's always cool. I had that happen twice out there. It's really nice. Well, a couple of things before we go. Give the video a big old fat thumbs up, share it with your friends, subscribe to the channel. We got some goals, and we sure would like to reach them, not because we have to, just because I want to. And then on the flip side of all this, make sure you talk to Coach Vic down in the comment section. Say, Coach Vic, get on that Spyder and ride with Coach Bob. We want to see your beautiful face more often. You know, one of the things that I noticed when I was editing the DeLand rally stuff, and I only had 2 little shots of her, is how photogenic she is. She has this look in her eye, man, that just, you know, some people, when you take a picture of them, that gleam in their eye doesn't show up. But with Vicky, it's the exact opposite, man. It's like it actually amplifies that gleam in her eye. She always has this little coy look about her, like there's something going on. She's getting ready to play a trick on you or do something. There's a lot more going on in there than any of us want to know, I think. So Coach Vic, step up your game, girl. We need you out here in this world. We'd love for you to be a bigger part of this channel. All right. Well, I'm just going to enjoy my ride home. So there is another one in the books. I want you to do me a favor. Yes, you. Ooh, let me take this turn. Let me speed up a little bit. I know most people decelerate in turns. Go out, buy the motorcycle of your dreams, eat right, take care of yourself, and remember, if you're not having fun, you are most definitely doing it wrong. But you go seize the day, and I'll see you on the road real soon. It's going to be an awesome